Buenas a todos, soy Nadia y os traigo la siguiente parte de Juego de Tronos. Vamos a empezar ahora con Mira Forrester, que es la hermana de la casa Forrester, que está en Desembarco del Rey, como ya dije en el final del último episodio. Y bueno, aquí entra en su maravilloso aposento. Ah, mira, es una cajita de iron, de madera de allí, de su casa. Oh, qué bonito.
Ethan made this for me.
Es que el Ethan es muy artístico. Es muy guay. Es bueno para ti, para tu cuerpo, para todo esto que es. Read. Read.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could
Para
come.
quien no lo sepa, estamos ahora mismo en Juego de Tronos cuando Marjorie y Joffrey se van a casar.
And I look forward to the day you can.
Con lo cual, y esta chica es la chica de... cuando digo la chica, digo la... como la... sí, la sirvienta, no es la sirvienta, pero es la chica que está al cuidado de la futura reina, que es Marjorie.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Oh, joder, Roderick, tío.
I hope to see them all someday.
No, a Roderick ya no le vas a ver, cariño.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Pues no lo sé. No lo sé, no tengo ni idea, cariño. A ver. A ver. Tendré que mirar otra vez el Iron Woodbox. Menos mal que los de Telltale Games, si presionas el botón de Mayus, o sea el Shift quiero decir, van más rápido los
Ashes sent me this
personajes.
coin to remember him.
Para que lo sepáis, por
What a
si queréis
strange
jugar.
place, Essos.
Por si-
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
¿Y qué le pasó a Lady Olenna? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Que la palmó y por eso te lo ha dado a ti? Yo no me fiaría. Oye, que ya lo mira todo. ¿No? Creo. Bueno, y si... esto... ah, la carta. Vale.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our
Quiere
best
que hable
hope,
con la
and can
Marjorie.
be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Bueno. Lo intentaré, a ver qué me dice. Han llamado, ¿no?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No pasa, está bien.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Ay, dale un pedazo de pan o algo. Es que me da mucha pena cuando hablan, por ejemplo, en el libro de los sirvientes y tal. También me da bastante pena. Sí, es verdad que es un libro súper tochaco y separa muchísimo las descripciones el escritor, que es George R. R.
If you
Martin.
don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, matter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Y siempre lo
Please
seré
hurry if
porque
you
me caes
can.
bien.
Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
No hace falta, es que ella es muy pesada. Yo te dejo que tardes lo que quieras.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before.
Claro.
You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning. outside the royal sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Hablando con la Cersei.
Cersei?
Mira, hemos dicho lo mismo. Twinsies.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know.
Muchas gracias, Tete.
Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about.
A mí me caes bien,
You
chico.
see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Cierto.
Good night, milady.
Igualmente. Oh, qué majo. ¿Ves? Al final son las mejores personas, los sirvientes de allí.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was
Este
hoping there
es
would be
un
time for us
personaje de
to
verdad.
talk.
En la serie
Come, there's something we must discuss.
y en los libros. Está doblada por su actriz, y la
From the
apariencia.
day you arrived in Highgarden, I
No me
thought
acuerdo
of
ahora
you
mismo
more
del
as a
nombre de la
friend
actriz,
than as
pero
my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my
Ya lo
lady.
pondré por ahí, si
And you
no,
know how I
ya
feel
lo diré en
about
otro
what's
episodio.
happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can
¿por qué
say,
está ahí
especially
esa
here in
muchacha?
King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises
Robb
questions
Stark
at a
es el
time
hijo
I
del
can
protagonista
least
del primer
afford.
libro, que es Ned Stark.
Cersei herself
Para quien no lo
cornered me
sepa.
this morning outside the royal
Quien haya
sept.
visto la serie se debe estar descojonando de mí porque hay cosas que no sé.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Pues yo traidora no soy nada.
She was very pleased with herself.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't
vamos
ask
a
this
hablar
of you
con
if it
ella.
were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you.
Por supuesto, cariño.
Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Creo que en la serie también es un buen personaje. Que Joffrey es un
See if the
cabrón,
Queen
pero
Regent is ready to receive us.
Joffrey es ese tipo de personaje que ve un gatito y dice, ¡oh, qué gatito más guay! Despejadlo, quiero hacerme un abrigo con él, ¿sabes? ¿Qué miras, Tete?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Gracias. Vamos, como si me fuera ahí a... ¡Ale! ¡Al matadero! ¡Oh, Dios mío, es Tyrion! Y la guarda la Cersei, que no me cae bien. ¡Es
You can do
Tyrion!
this.
Ay, qué bien me cae ese hombre. Es genial. Tengo que andar, ¿no? Pues ando. Ando con más rapidez. No. ¿Ves? Aquí el shift no puede ser, no sirve. ¡Ay, qué majo el
Ah,
Tyrion!
Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Es que no me quiero hacer nada. Ay. Es que me duele el
Your
alma
Grace.
porque no me cae nada bien. La odio.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Este
Is your
personaje
family
también
loyal
está
to the king?
doblado por
Perhaps
su
you should
actriz.
ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Foresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Eso,
Clever
eso.
girl.
¿Ves? ¿Eh? Y ese también está doblado por
Perhaps too
Santos.
clever for her own good.
The
Vaya.
girl did name Joffrey as the one true king.
¿Ves? 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 ¿Ves?
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
No, no, pero voy a tener que decir que sí.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Uy,
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
cállate la boca, Tyrion, gracias.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built,
La
and Joffrey
actriz,
will need
no
a
sé si
steady
yo lo he
supply
dicho,
of
pero la actriz
ironwood
es
for
Lena
his
Headey
armies. I'm told there are
y el
others who would
actor
happily
de
serve that
Tyrion
purpose.
es...
But I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Foster
Me
Ironwood
acordaré
does
al final.
seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you?
Por supuesto.
Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks,
Eso,
wielding a
eso.
battle axe for the Northern Army.
Eso. Que
It
tía
raises
mierda,
an
de verdad.
interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall?
En el
Our
libro
dear
dices que
Marjorie
no.
here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should
No
she be
sabía,
held
aún no llegaba
accountable?
ahí en el libro.
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Eso, haz caso a tu hermano. Pesada, que
Loyalty
es muy
can be
pesada.
such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not.
Ya, ¿y qué?
Who knows what lurks within their
Deja de hablar,
hearts.
pesada.
You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Lo
Well
siento.
said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My
Me
sense
encanta
is
el
this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants,
Por supuesto.
which is not very encouraging.
¿No? Anda que tú no largas, cariño. Anda
I'd
que
like a
tú no
word with you if I
largas.
may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Pero si lo he hecho bien. ¿Por qué me miras así? He hecho lo mejor que he podido, ¿vale?
I'll walk you out.
Ay, qué majo. Es que se
This
puto
may
amo.
come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Gracias.
You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor
Sí,
Lady
aunque no cae
Marjorie
bien.
was humiliated,
Que se joda.
although Cersei seemed quite pleased.
¿Qué va? O sea, al final estaba
It
súper
was
cabreada.
quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I was trying to appease her.
I think that was clear to everyone.
A ver.
My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to
Peter
another
Dinklage,
house.
lo sabía.
It is the master of
Se llama
coin
Peter
who
Dinklage, el
decides
actor.
such matters. The crown
Ha
needs
puesto la
boats.
voz en algún
Boats need wood,
videojuego
and
más.
I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose
¿Es
the
una
crown
mueca
could
de que
be
sí?
persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you
No me importa.
and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Sí, definitivamente.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
Por supuesto que sí.
I'll consider it.
Gracias.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner.
Sansa es una guarra, no me cae
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the
Es que
uninitiated.
me caes muy bien, joder. Ay, guapa, déjate de Lady Marjorie a tomar vientos y cásate con este. Bueno, ya sé que está casada con Sansa, pero... Es que es muy majo. Esto guay. Bueno, chicos, y... Perdón. Y hasta aquí el capítulo de Juego de Tronos. Espero os haya gustado. Si os ha gustado, darle a like, suscribiros si aún no lo habéis hecho. Dejadme sugerencias o cualquier comentario, como si Tyrion es lo mejor del mundo mundial, que lo es, en la sección de abajo. También deciros que estoy subiendo vídeos en el canal cooperativo de SD Simmers. Tendréis el link en la descripción también. Tengo una serie de los Sims 2 por si queréis verla. Todo guay, súper entretenida. Y bueno, lo dicho. Espero os haya gustado y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Adiós.